Oh, the old couch sesh.
We're in between sets.
But when was the last time we did a workout? It's been the quick pumps, and then we've done the box talk, and then we did the couch sessions.
I ran 7K today.
I'm not saying when did you work out. I'm saying when was the last time we filmed an episode at Torque? It's been a minute.
It's been a minute. I can't remember, but these ones are just more chill.
It is.
I think we're morphing
into
a
normal
seated,
podcast.
regular podcast.
Yeah, exactly. Nah, we'll still get the workouts in. I think that's fun.
I think we're gonna switch to this being the norm.
And then doing those once a month or something.
Yeah.
Well, it's hard to do because even with good mics and stuff, it's still really hard to not get sound.
Yeah.
And
isolating.
also hard for us to actually get a good workout in because we're trying not to push ourselves so we can talk. Yeah. Anyways.
No grunting.
Yeah. Welcome to episode
1001.
Yeah.
It's actually 22.
22.
I know these things.
I'm still on episode 3. Jokes. All right, so today we're going to talk about
HYROX.
Fitness trends, but specifically HYROX. Maybe we'll touch on one or two more. But I'm sure if you're in the fitness space, you've seen this all over your Instagram, or maybe you have that one annoying friend whose whole feed has become HYROX.
There's always one.
There's a few. But yeah,
we're just so much HYROX that it kind of turns you off of doing HYROX.
Yeah, and we both done it, so we'll talk about our experiences with it as well.
Let me say the hook.
Yes,
Let me say the hook.
Hook it up.
So, our first question or overarching topic is HYROX the new marathon?
Yeah.
And we're gonna go
or
over
the
a couple.
new big fitness thing.
Yeah.
Whether that's CrossFit or whatever.
So 5 years ago, I'm gonna say this in my movie voice.
This summer.
5 years ago, nobody had heard of HYROX. Now, it's sold out in every major city, and your Instagram feed is full of people in orange bibs. So, what actually happened? There you go.
This summer.
I'm gonna stop talking now.
Tom Cruise stars in HYROX Impossible 3. But yeah, jokes aside, it kind of has come out of nowhere because I honestly didn't know about HYROX until 2 years ago.
Yeah, it's a very recent thing.
Yeah, but apparently I think it's been about 5 years since they started.
But it picked up steam real quick.
Yeah, I think it's a combination of it's pretty accessible, anyone can really do it. It's marketable.
As long as you're somewhat fit and able to run 8 kilometers.
Yeah. But even if you don't run it, there's people that walk it.
You have 3 hours to do it. They have it set up in such a smart way that even if you aren't fucking gassing it, you could still finish within the
I think you have 4 hours.
Is it 4?
It's 4 hours.
I thought it was 3.
Maybe it's 3, but I'm pretty sure it's 4.
Bro, 4 is a lot.
That's what I'm saying. Pretty much anyone at almost any, unless you're in a crippling injury or morbidly obese or you've never moved your body ever, you can do it.
Yeah.
I think especially with doubles, if you have 2 people, 4 hours is more than enough. But it's also interesting too, from a business perspective, the guy that came up with it, good for him, low-key genius. I remember I was listening to a podcast where they were talking to him, and dude, he has such a good system going because he just takes all the equipment or the company and they just travel from place to place, and all that equipment costs him maybe a couple $100,000, but every race has 10,000-20,000 people.
Wait, they only have one set of equipment?
Unless they changed recently, but yeah, it's one big thing that they move and set up every week. Oh, yeah, they just do the race, they pack it up, they travel to the next location, unpack it, 52 weeks
It's
of the year.
A fucking circus.
Yeah, it's literally a traveling circus. It feels like you're in a fucking circus when you're doing it.
Oh yeah.
But
see some crazy shit
bro,
over there.
This guy, whatever, I forgot his name, he spent this money, let's say maybe $500,000 to get this business up and running and have all the equipment and pay for the staff. And the crazy thing with the staffing too, a lot of it is volunteer based. So they don't get paid, they just get a free entry to the next race. So he's not even spending that much money on labor.
Oh,
And then let's say like Toronto.
sneaky.
Toronto had 13,000 people last year at an average
Redonkulous.
of like $200 per person.
Quick maths.
Anyway, so it's a lot of money. I'm not doing that. 200 times 13,000 worth of dollars. But then you do that 50 weeks a year. That's like, I think last year he said they made like 160 million. And his overhead was like $1 million. Like that's pretty.
What?
That's like pretty crazy. I'm
God
sure.
damn.
I'm sure it's expanded and.
There's got to be marketing costs.
Yeah,
and
now
shit.
because it's so popular. But the thing is, we were just saying with like it's all over social media. People
It's
are marketing it.
organic
They're marketing it themselves, right?
Yeah.
God damn it! Why couldn't it have been us? But anyway,
How'd they come up with the name HYROX? Finding a good name is
It is
like
a
the
good name.
hardest thing to do for a brand because all of the fucking good names are taken for brands, right?
well, let's talk.
How do you come up with HYROX?
Let's-
It's crazy.
Claude? ChatGPT.
Claude didn't exist when
Yeah.
freaking HYROX came out.
So, well, let's just really quickly talk about what HYROX is. I'll kind of go over the points of like what it is exactly. But for those who don't know, if you've been living under a rock,
I'll
or
tell
you're
you
not
what
in
it
the
is.
fitness industry.
You go to this venue. It's a big rectangular venue for the most part. Mandatory to not wear a shirt if you're a male.
Yep.
And that's pretty much it.
Yeah, that's HYROX. Yeah. Anyways, so basically what it is it's 8 stations. It's a hybrid race where you're running, but it's 8 kilometers split into 1 kilometer intervals. Between each run, there's a functional fitness station. It's always in the same order. The targets are always the same. The weight does change between men and women, as well as
And
like
pro and regular.
pro and regular, exactly. But the reps are the same. And it's, you got your ski ergs, your sled push, your sled pull, burpee broad jumps, rowing, farmer's carry, sandbag lunges, and wall balls, all with that kilometer in between. So really, it's just like a hybrid.
It's like
fucking
CrossFit's
endurance
younger
race.
sibling.
Yeah, it's like CrossFit Light. That's what I'm
CrossFit
saying.
Light.
It's more accessible. CrossFit is not accessible to
very
everybody.
injury prone, 100%.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's always indoors, always in a big venue, always the same format globally, which I think is also why it's so successful. It's kind of just like you can plug it and put it in anywhere.
It's like F45, kind of. Like in terms of you have the structure and it's within that kind of realm and it doesn't change, right?
Yeah.
Like F45, you have
It's universal.
you have the 3 TVs. That's what allowed it to kind of explode
Be
and
so
expand,
easy to
right?
expand,
It's
yeah.
a similar type of thing, kind of like a plug and play,
Yeah.
which is a really smart business idea because the easier it is to
Implement.
set it up, implement, and get it going, and then just like once the wheel and the ball starts going, then it just gets faster and faster and faster, right?
Do we say, you know what HYROX stands for, right? We talked about this before.
Hybrid athletes rock.
Close enough. Hybrid rock star. I know.
I was pretty right.
You were. Did you actually not know?
No.
This is your first time hearing it,
Oh, I want to stop this episode.
dude. I swear to God, I remember when.
Ooh, that's cringy.
When I was getting ready, when I was signed up for the second one, and someone told me that it stood for hybrid rockstar, I was like, I think I actually might just drop out.
I would. I don't think I'm ever gonna do one again.
What do you do? Well, I'm a hybrid rockstar, actually.
There's people that do it. People that do it that like really will embrace that.
Well, it becomes their like personality in a way.
yeah,
right.
And we've seen it firsthand.
Oh yeah, I know tons of people like that. Okay, so we kind of talked about what it is.
Let's go over some fun things before we keep going on.
Sure.
So we've both done I've at least one HYROX race. I've done one. Matt's done 2. With varying levels of success time wise.
That's your way of saying I did it faster. I'm not gonna. You're more fit, so I'm not gonna deny it.
I want to just go over the 8 stations and kind of like shit talk or like talk about the ones that we did not like, the ones that we had no problems
kind of like
with,
our
the ones,
experiences.
yeah, exactly, kind of going over which ones.
Well, you go first. How was your first experience?
So in terms of the 8 stations, the ones that stick out are, and it's done like on purpose. It's halfway through the race,
Where it
right
gets,
after
like,
the 4th
really hard,
kilometer. You have to go and start doing, I think it's 100 meters or 120
For the
meters
burpees?
of burpee broad jumps.
80
80
meters.
It feels like
Which doesn't
200.
it doesn't sound like a lot, but it's a lot, dude. Remember, because they like loop it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard. The burpee broad jumps is hard.
You get halfway down, you're like, fuck, I gotta go come back.
They're also very strict. I was pretty good with it. I got called maybe once, but they're very strict with the rules too. Like with the burpees, when you jump, like you can't have your hands too far forward.
Yeah.
You can't like, you have to like bring your hands in before you start your next burpee. Like you can't just like hop, I guess. Anyway, but they keep changing the rules. Like, so now apparently you can have your hands slightly in front of you, but only like an arm's length away. I don't know. It's weird. But yeah, burpee broad jumps. That's
probably one of the worst stations for me.
What's your favorite station?
The rowing
Farmer's Carry,
easy. Bro. Oh, Farmer's Carry is easy.
Yeah, that's like it takes me like a minute, minute and a half. That's the best one.
Yeah, Farmer's Carry, just speed through that bitch.
Yeah, that's the best one.
But like your legs are kind of wobbly at that point.
Yeah,
you know? You're like, oh, this is tough. And I find like when you're holding the kettlebells and you don't stay tight and you let your shoulders droop a bit, you kind of struggle to breathe.
You have to like use your whole back pretty much to hold it.
Yeah.
Okay, so you say rowing. What's your worst station?
Burpee broad jumps.
Burpee broad jumps. Okay.
Lunges were kind of bad too.
Yeah, I cramped both races in the lunges.
Yeah.
Yeah, lunges are pretty bad. Wall balls is the fucking worst. I absolutely hate those, dude. Every time I've done it, that station is the longest. Like the last race I did, I got to the wall balls at like 1:30, and I was so excited because my first time was like 2 hours. So I'm like, oh my God, I'm like 30 minutes ahead of my time. It took me 13 minutes to do the wall balls.
What?
13 minutes, bro.
What?
Yeah, I know. It was bad. It was bad.
Dude.
It was bad. 13 minutes, bro.
That's slower than your first time doing it.
I think the first time was 11 minutes.
What the fuck happened?
Well, but the first time
You're like, I'm good.
I think the first time I also wasn't as tired when I got there because my runs were a lot slower. You know what I mean? This time I ran faster. I got to the wall ball station faster, but I was so cooked that when I was doing the wall balls, I was doing like 1 to 5 at a time. At some point, I was literally just doing one. I let the ball drop and like literally chill for like 30. And you know, they're the person next to you.
And they were actually more strict counting the reps,
yeah, and
right?
I think that's the thing. The first time,
they didn't give a shit.
I got away with it because they had someone with the little clicker.
Yeah. This time they had the screen?
They had the sensors.
Oh,
so
okay.
The first time, the lady beside me was like clicking, and I hit the wrong target at least 30 times.
I watched you do it.
I easily hit the female target, which is lower.
I was talking to Vicky. I was like, he keeps hitting the female one.
Yeah. And then I would look over and the girl would be like 55. I'm like, really? I think I'm like 20. And then I do like another 10, 9 of which were at the wrong target. She'd be like 65. I'm like, all right, sure.
We're almost there.
But this one, because they have the sensors, when you hit the wrong target, it just says there's like a big X on the screen, so you don't get it.
Oh, it's so demoralizing.
So I ended up doing 138 because I hit the sensor 38 times. That's also why it took me 13 minutes, bro. I was so...
That's crazy.
There's also a clip of me like that I have one of my reels where I threw it and it went on too high. It went above the target, rolled on the rim. The ball rolled back. I tried to catch it, missed. It hit me on the head and went behind. Dude, it was so embarrassing. Like, bonked me on the head, went behind me. I couldn't even find the ball. Yeah.
Butterfingers,
yeah, bro. The wall, yeah.
So you finished HYROX with a concussion.
Yeah. I've been significantly stupider since. Yeah, wall ball is definitely for me is the worst one. But also running. I don't like running. I know you're a pretty decent runner. I just
could be better.
I mean, it could always be better. But,
yeah.
But I also just like, I was talking to one of our members at F45 who's doing the race, and she was in class yesterday. I'm like, you excited? And she's like, no, like not at all. I'm like, why? She's like, the last time I ran was 12 years ago. And I'm like, buddy, you got to start like running now. She's doing October.
Okay.
So
Better.
like 5 months.
No, literally need to start running now.
I'm like, you need to start running now. And she's like, the other day I ran 2 kilometers and I've never hated anything more in my life.
You got another 6 to go,
six
bro.
More. That's not including the stations in between. Yeah, for me, the running is definitely...
The sleds pushes and pulls were, I feel like they were a little harder than I anticipated them to be because maybe it has to do with the pacing and whatnot of your run.
They were hard.
Yeah, you come in.
They were hard. I think it's also different than like when we train in the studio. The turf is like way smoother. I think the sleds
in the studio?
In our studio, like F45. Yeah. And I think also the sled itself is just like easier because I've like at the studio, I've done like
shit's easy
7 or 8 plates, which is 100 pounds more than it would be at HYROX. And when I do HYROX, it's way harder. Like
Bro, it's
significantly
that
harder.
Chris Hemsworth.
It's those what is it?
Center.
Center Fit.
Center.
Center, is that what it is? Yeah. Center Fit's his app.
Yeah, Center, SNTR, I think. That's how you make a good brand name these days. You take out the vowels.
All right, let's do let's do a couple comparisons to other things. So like how would you compare it? Is it like similar to running a marathon, would you say? Like
Hell no.
no, it's different, right?
Not even close, bro. First of all, it's not even half the fucking amount of distance.
Yeah.
But a marathon is like, I'd say it's still like maybe 3 times harder than HYROX.
Like a full marathon, yeah.
Maybe 5 times harder.
Yeah.
That's just a random
I think
means of saying how much more difficult it is, but it is significantly more difficult than doing a HYROX.
I think that's also why HYROX appeals to more people, because it's like, if I say, hey, I'm going to run a marathon, like, you have to be in pretty good shape to do that. And the training takes a long time. Whereas HYROX, it's like, okay, I'm going to do a HYROX in 2-3 months. You can probably get ready for that in a month or 2.
Put it this way. We did our first HYROX with minimal training.
Almost none.
You can go and do a HYROX without prepping for it.
I can't go do a marathon right now.
No.
There's no fucking way.
I don't know, the ego in my brain.
Yeah, you're like, I could just
could.
wake up tomorrow. Didn't you say the other day you told me something where you're like, I could probably just like run a half marathon like tomorrow if I
can
wanted
do that.
to.
That I know I can do.
A half marathon?
Yeah.
21K?
Bro, I ran almost 10 today, no problem. It's just another 10.
It's another day at the office.
I did the Spartan race in the most dire conditions ever, Martin and I, with no prep. I did have like half lung capacity for like 3 days, but I did it.
You couldn't breathe.
I'm positive I can do a half marathon right now, tomorrow, no problem.
Some notes that we have here where the comparison holds and where it doesn't. So I think where the comparison holds is like, I'll do the holds, you can do the other one. Mass participation event open to regular people, not just elites. I think that's true because anyone can do a marathon. Like, you don't have to be a marathon runner, but you do need more training.
100%.
You have to train specifically for it. I agree with that. Like,
Yes.
there's specific training for running, and then for HYROX changes how you program.
Conditioning.
There is a finish line moment to both, and that associated like finish time, which kind of gets you into that habit of I want to do it again because I want to beat my time, which I think is similar to marathons, right? Like people run marathons.
Even CrossFit.
Yeah, CrossFit as well. And then it becomes an identity. Like, that's also true. Like, oh, I'm a HYROXer. I'm a hybrid athlete.
In that sense, 100%.
And then the same way people say, like, I'm a runner. Like,
Here's
I
a
do
question for
marathons.
you. 100 HYROXers versus 100 marathoners. In that simulation that like puts them together and they fight?
Oh,
who would
yeah,
survive?
That's a good question. I probably would lean towards that. If they're like physically fighting, probably the HYROXers, do you think?
I think so too.
Yeah, because there's the strength aspect to it.
A lot of marathoners are just they're
Lanky.
like built like a Kenyan, right? They're like freaking they're like made for running and they're just like aerodynamic as fuck and they probably don't have as much muscle mass or strength. This is just speaking in generalities.
Yeah, if they were put into like a gladiatorial arena, who would
Okay,
win?
how about this? This is totally off topic, but we're having fun here. 100 hockey players versus 100 soccer players.
Oh, the hockey players, bro. I think so. Hockey players getting described. Soccer players don't. Have you seen soccer
They'll
players?
be diving
You
all
do
day.
this and they're like, oh god. He touched me 6 feet away from me.
Do you know I got into the biggest argument with a few friends? They were arguing that the soccer players would win. They're like, man, they're the most fit athletes on the planet. They'll absolutely destroy hockey players. And I'm like, Alexander Ovechkin is like 265 pounds.
Bro, no way. Hockey players, bud. Those guys, buddy.
Buddy,
You just gotta rip it,
fucking
bud.
rip it top shelf,
You
bud.
just gotta rip it right into the corners.
Right where grandma keeps the cookies, eh?
That's a Canadian accent for those of you who don't know. We do the comparisons, do the ones where they don't hold, it's just under that. Like what's the kind of the difference between the two?
Where it falls apart.
Yeah.
HYROX is more compatible with like an existing gym training regimen, and you don't need months of dedicated running.
Yeah, you still need to train, but like not to the extent you would for a
To
marathon.
do a marathon at a like proper time, and to teach your body to run 42 kilometers, you need a shit ton of endurance and like understanding how to run
like zone
consistency.
training.
Zone training.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
zone two,
interval
zone three,
training.
yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Like versus HYROX, you can kind of like
It's more of a sprint
just
a little
go,
bit.
just run like a 5K 3 days a week, 4 days a week,
Yeah.
and you'll be ready.
Oh,
yeah,
easily.
Versus like a marathon runner who's got to do like, like long runs, short runs,
need
intervals, rolling.
Gels.
Yeah.
I'd say that the culture of HYROX comparative to marathon culture, it's a lot louder, a lot more noise. People are very
Well, it's like
social media posty.
Yeah. There's definitely more of like, I don't want to say like a cult-like vibe, but for
100%.
sure there is. Yeah, it's very
Marathon
culty.
people just like share their shit on Strava and go about their day. They're not always like
They love that.
they're
Strava
not
stuff.
always going like training for HYROX story,
Yeah.
posting
That's so
pictures
true.
of their fits and shit. Anyways, okay, moving on.
But I think that's why it's so successful too. There's that social media attachment to it.
Yeah,
100%.
it's interesting how we're comparing it to the marathon. I think we should maybe kind of pivot and talk more about CrossFit.
Yeah, it does, like marathon, CrossFit, like
more
or
like that
any kind of
culty,
like,
like,
competitive
We're
group.
someone that kind of identifies with a group.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because like running 42K, it's a
didn't that-
huge kind of suffering.
Didn't that guy just beat the world record for the 42 for the marathon in like under 2 hours?
Yeah, he did like an hour 50 something.
That's insane. He must have been running like a 3:30 or something.
Less, bro. 2 something.
No. A kilometer and 2
Yeah,
something?
Like 250.
That's
Dude, he's a Kenyan.
yeah, that's true.
He's built for that
They
shit.
built for running.
He's got like long legs, thin, like small body. He's light. You have to be light to run
You
like
have
that,
to, yeah,
bro.
yeah.
Okay. So yeah, HYROX is just like, it's like the average gym goer could do it, you know?
Yeah.
Which is a very smart idea. So who's actually doing HYROX? We just said who. The average gym
Yeah,
goer.
I think it's a bunch of people. I think it's
But you could do elite athletes, serious gym goers, curious people, and trend followers. So you get fucking
everybody. Well, I was gonna say I think a lot of people now, it's not anymore like the athletes who are interested in it. They still are, I'm sure, but it's definitely more of a trend thing.
Yeah, there's the tryhards.
Like,
the tryhards will always be a part of it, and they're
Yeah.
always going to try and get better and become pro and
Yeah,
whatnot.
and they approach it from a competitive standpoint.
Yeah.
But I think 90% of people that do it, it's because everyone else is doing it. Like
The new thing.
there's one question in there that I saw, but it applies to both of us. But it was like, as trainers, have we had an influx of people wanting to do HYROX? 100%.
Oh, big time.
100%. I've had so many, even like training people, like if I do like a 2 or 3 person session, they want to like do a HYROX style workout.
Yeah.
Like that's what they want to do.
Yeah, it's just a new thing for you to do to like push yourself and show that you can do something moderately difficult. But then again, like we just said that you can do HYROX, but you can also be ready for HYROX. Like there's a big difference between showing up and doing a HYROX versus like actually being fully physically
that was like
ready for
my
it.
first race and my second race. First race just showed up. Second race I actually trained for.
Yeah.
And I only beat my time by 12 minutes.
Well, you could have done by more if you didn't fuck up on the balls.
Oh, those fucking wobbles, dude.
But like, yeah, I kind of commend the guys that are and girls. I say guys generally.
Yeah.
That are like really dedicated to try and get the best time they can in it.
Well, yeah, I mean,
if
some
they
of
really
some
like
of
doing it.
some of the pros do it in like less like 49 minutes, 51 minutes.
That shit's
52 minutes.
impressive.
That is impressive. I'm not gonna
And
lie.
they deserve the
recognition.
accolades, the brand deals, all that shit, the followers, because that's like pretty elite level athleticism.
Well, that
right
you're
there.
just a really good athlete
yeah.
at that point.
I mean, I'd say you're on par with like the top CrossFit people.
Yeah. Well, a lot of like CrossFit athletes that were doing like CrossFit games have moved and started doing HYROX.
I would be down to see HYROX as an Olympic event.
Apparently that was something that like the guy again who created HYROX has been working on.
Seeing the best of the best doing that is
Well, yeah.
very
When I was
entertaining.
getting ready for the first one, I watched the pro of that
It's
year, and I
nuts.
was like, this is insane,
It's
bro.
nuts.
The speed at which they do this shit is
Yeah.
like, they run the laps in like under 4 minutes. They're like
Yeah.
sprinting. It's not like a light jog. They sprint. They get to the sleds, and it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 minutes onto the next station.
Bing, bang, boom.
Like, it's crazy how fast they are. It's insane.
Yeah. Okay, moving on.
Mhm.
So yeah, I overall think like the top tier people in HYROX to be commended, of course.
Yeah.
Like it's
I mean,
impressive.
listen, everybody who does it at least once, good for you. You did something hard and challenging and
100%.
probably outside of your comfort zone.
Do you need to sign up for 15 and be like, this is my whole personality now?
Probably not, but
Yeah.
hey, listen, if that's like your vibe, your culture, and you really, really enjoy it, sure, like do your thing. But I think it's also important to like diversify.
Oh, that's what we're all
You know what I
about,
mean?
baby.
Yeah, you gotta like. I like to do everything. Try
So-
everything.
Is it good or bad for the fitness culture?
I think in the current state, it's still more on the good side, but I can see it in the next little while shifting. Not to bad, but like just kind of annoying. You know what I mean? Like just that's all we're gonna see is
That
just like
culty vibe?
just nonstop. Yeah, like I think it's still got some legs. Like it'll be around for. I think it's gonna be like CrossFit, where CrossFit in like the early 2000s was everybody was doing it, and was popular for like 5 to 8 years, and then there's still CrossFit gyms, but they're
People
far,
still do it.
yeah, but it's far and few in between, and there's not like the CrossFit Games aren't as big as they used to be. Like people watch it, but it's not like, you know what I mean?
You know what I think this new movement has done to the fitness, the whole idea of fitness is like before you would go to the gym to lift weights and train your muscles and not really focus on your cardiovascular health. Whereas now there's kind of like a gap being bridged beyond just training for
Aesthetics.
strength, aesthetics, and like now you're also kind of including the cardio aspect. So you're kind of driving a consistent form of hybrid training, which is absolutely only beneficial for you,
Well, I was gonna say, I think like that.
which
Yeah.
makes you a well-rounded athlete.
Yeah, exactly. I think for like the average person who's in decent shape and they're like they want to just become a good, well-rounded athlete, HYROX is great. Or even HYROX style training, like that functional F45.
I love that shit.
You know, those kind of like boot camp style like mix of cardio and strength. I think for the average person is fantastic.
And people that knock it and say you don't need to be doing that shit, I think that they're completely wrong. Like they say you just need to be training till failure. Still with the whole like old school mentality of lifting weights.
Yeah, it's like a bodybuilding mentality.
No, bro. You need to train your heart. You need to get in that zone 4 zone 3.
Yeah.
Stay in
Well,
there.
there's a lot of
VO2 max.
I was gonna say there's a lot of research that says like, you know, higher VO2 max means way longer lifespan. Like training in zones 3 to 5 or like 4 to 5 for like 10 to 20 minutes a week like significantly improves your lifespan, right? Like, so there's obviously some merit to that. I think we've always known that cardio, how important it is, but I think people for a long time just kind of got caught up into just lifting and kind of putting cardio in the back end and focusing on nutrition, which is also important, right? It all goes together. You need nutrition, strength training, and cardio. So yeah, I don't know.
Here's a couple skeptical remarks.
Okay.
So let's talk about the entry fees. You know how this is supposed to be widely accessible. It's really only accessible to the people who have that, you know, disposable income that can be like, fuck it, I'm gonna do this race.
It definitely adds up, dude. Like, it's what,
$100?
It's like $160 to register for one event if you're just doing one. Then if you want like the photo package, which, you know, is good to have if you're into that, which I am. So that's another like $100 on top of that.
I didn't even really get my money's worth for the photo
photos,
package,
yeah.
bro. I got like 3 pictures.
3
like,
good ones,
what
yeah.
the hell? Are you serious?
So there's that, then there's that. Then there's the travel. Like if you're
if it's out of town.
Yeah, which a lot of people do, right? Like they're like the almost like the HYROX tourism
Yeah.
where they just go like city to city.
Because there's only so many each year, and if there's one not
In Canada,
close to you-
there was only one. Now there's 3, but like still, you know what I mean? Like Toronto, sure, it's great. I'll just drive up for the day, do the race, come home.
we heard of people fucking fly to BC.
Yeah.
Bro, that's like $1,000 minimum for the ticket.
Well, yeah, like I had one of my clients.
To fly there
She
and
did
back.
it. She did it in Vancouver with her husband, and it's like both of them. It's $600 total for the race. Then 2 nights accommodations, then flight. That's $5,000.
You're fucking like it's like a vacation.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying.
crazy.
It's like, yeah, I think if you start to take it like that, where you jump around and do a bunch of races, it becomes very expensive. Like if you're doing, I don't know, 8 or 9 races a year. Dude, what is that? Like $10,000 maybe?
Yeah, well, you are
Not probably more because
You
you're
have
also
to travel.
you're traveling. Yeah,
You need
like
food, lodging. Let's call it lodging.
I don't know why I think of like a Viking longhouse.
Oh man, and then yeah, that's the next skeptical part of it is like the influencer
Culture behind it.
layer around it is exploding. Like how long before it's more about the content you're creating before the actual competition, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like I think it's almost
I was gonna
there
say I
anyways.
think it's already kind of there,
Yeah.
if not more so than the actual race itself. It's like all the time leading up to the race is just like your opportunity if you're a content creator to just like put out so much content around HYROX, and then it's like great, you do your race, and then that whole day you're racing, but at the same time you're trying to get as much content as possible, and then you spend the time between that race and the next race talking about the previous race and posting all your shit from your previous race, you know?
I hope that during the actual race they don't allow you to wear like GoPros or like
I
the
don't-
360 camera. That will absolutely deteriorate the integrity.
I don't
of the
think you
race.
can. If
Good.
I remember correctly, it's in the rules that you can't have any additional gear on you.
Not even
that's-
headbuds either.
Can't have
Earphones.
anything. You can't. You can
Which
only. It's
honestly
literally
I
shorts.
respect.
Shorts, t-shirts are optional. Shoes, shoes and socks. Yeah, you can't have. I think the only time they've ever allowed it was for when they themselves are filming promotional content. They'll have like a camera person like following,
Which makes sense.
which makes sense. But like, yeah, from all the stuff I've seen, you don't get all the people's like racing content is like from people who are watching them, just like filming them. You know what I mean?
Which is fine.
Yeah.
Like, you deserve to have that type of
I think once you step into the realm of like, yeah, having like a camera crew like follow you around to every station, or like,
Nah.
or have, like you said, like a GoPro or something like that, I think then it becomes like you're
A
not even.
joke.
It's not even about the race anymore. You're
No,
just like,
it's a joke.
yeah, I don't know. Maybe to document your journey. I don't know.
Nah. Shouldn't be allowed. I like the fact that you're not allowed to have headphones in
Yeah, I think
because
they should definitely keep
there's
that
a
rule.
huge layer of like discipline that you need in order to motivate yourself without when you have music in your ears, you can fucking move mountains.
Yeah, yeah, no, it's true. Yeah, it definitely makes a difference, 100%.
Okay, let's compare to CrossFit a little bit.
And then yeah, okay, let's do that.
So let's keep this idea of like, do we think HYROX is gonna peak like CrossFit did, or will it be able to sustain over time? But first, let's do a little comparison. So CrossFit kind of built like a new gym model or a new way of fitness, and HYROX on racks
I
on
got
racks.
some. I got some high racks, bro.
HYROX built an event model.
Yes. Oh, is it my turn? Yeah, I would say
Events are arguably more durable, no?
I think HYROX will definitely have a longer lifespan than CrossFit for sure. And also CrossFit, like, yeah, I don't know. It's yeah, like you said, like HYROX is just, it's an event. You know it's going to be the same movements no matter where you go. You can train for it anywhere. Whereas CrossFit is very specific. And the movements in CrossFit, again, are not accessible to the average person.
No, bro.
Like cleans, kipping pull-ups.
You're
like,
not fucking climbing up
like
a rope.
like HYROX. I remember talking to somebody and they're like, "Oh, they should do like pull-ups in HYROX." I'm like, "Yeah, but that's going to eliminate 99% of people." Like, if you have a station where it's like 50 pull-ups,
Yeah. How many
What?
pull-ups is the right amount of pull-ups in
And
HYROX?
exactly.
That's a good question.
you know what I mean? Like what? Like I said 50, but that's probably excessive.
That would be the longest
I mean, I
station
could-
by far.
I could bang out 50 pull-ups, no problem. Not in a row, but you know, light work.
I'd probably break it up into like
15s.
15s.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. But again, like, yeah, I think with CrossFit, it's significantly more challenging, and I think it requires a completely different level of athleticism.
Yeah.
Like almost like I would say, I would consider it a higher level of athleticism, I think.
The thing about CrossFit is like they tried to make it a new sport.
Yeah.
And I think that's where like it's not its downfall. Like it's still a big thing. It's sponsored by Reebok and everything. They have like the televised events, but
Yeah,
like,
the CrossFit
the fact
games.
that they really tried to make it a sport instead of an event is like the differentiating factor.
Yeah,
I think,
I'm pretty
which
sure-
will allow HYROX to kind of
Flourish.
keep growing and going, kind of thing.
Growing and going. I think that's why HYROX is so successful. It's because the guy probably looked at CrossFit and it's like, all right, we can do something with this, but how do I make it so literally anybody can do it?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like every single movement in that race is doable for pretty much literally anybody to some capacity,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Whereas CrossFit is not. Like if you pull up to a CrossFit workout and you're like, okay, today we have 100 burpees, then 100 kipping pull-ups, then 100 overhead snatches. Like they do Olympic lifts in CrossFit.
Yeah, no, and you need
like
to
snatches,
have
jerks,
good form,
cleans.
otherwise you're screwed.
Yeah, and it's like it's extremely high level potential for injury, whereas HYROX, I would say for the most part, it's pretty low injury.
Yeah.
Like you'd have to try really hard to get injured, but it can happen. Don't get me wrong. Like you didn't warm up properly, or you I don't know, tore a calf or like ripped a shoulder while you're pushing sleds.
Yeah.
It's definitely possible, but I think it's significantly less likely
For sure.
to happen.
For sure.
Whereas CrossFit, it's like, yeah, like you clean 225 over your head and you don't do it properly, you're paralyzed for life, which happened to a guy actually that I know, like
Damn.
years and years and years ago.
Damn. That's
Yeah.
nuts.
So, yeah, I think between the two of them, HYROX definitely has a longer lifespan. It's more accessible, more marketable. It does everything that I think CrossFit wanted to do, except HYROX did it the right way. I think timing was big too, right? Like CrossFit started like before the advent of social media when it was like big, because CrossFit started in the early 2000s. Whereas HYROX,
like if you know, you know.
yeah, HYROX came around like perfect timing with everything. It was also HYROX started like right after the pandemic too. I think that was big, where people were just itching to like move their bodies after so long. So I think there's a lot of factors that caused it to be as popular as it is, for sure.
Let's finish off with some hot takes.
Hot takes. Before we go do that, would you do another one? What are your thoughts on HYROX?
It's funny, I've got my eyes more set on like doing a marathon.
Interesting. Yeah, couldn't pay me to do that.
No, never.
Nah. I would do like a half maybe. I don't think I could do a 42-kilometer run. That's running besides the wall balls is my least favorite part about HYROX. So the other stuff I don't mind. Rowing, skiing.
I want to just get all these like notches under my belt and
Yeah.
say that I did them.
Got to catch them all.
It's like being Goku. Like you
Yeah.
just got to keep training.
But like a fitness Goku. Well, he's actually pretty fucking fitness.
He's
All right.
only fitness.
Yeah,
dog.
let's do the hot takes.
Okay, first one. Most people doing HYROX aren't actually ready for HYROX.
I would say yes. I think a lot of people, like we were saying,
Just show up.
they see it as like, oh, isn't that bad, like 1 kilometer at a time, like, and then you do your first one and you're like, that was very much how I felt. Like when when you and me did it, we're probably like, we're fit, we don't have to worry about it too much. And then I did the race and I'm like, oh fuck, this is actually like pretty rough.
It's like the way that I found the race was like, I think it's 2.5 hour long F45 workout.
Yeah.
It's like a Hollywood workout.
It's like a
2.5 of them.
really expensive, exaggerated group fitness class. It really is.
What the heck is it? That thing they give you at the end, that badge
Oh,
that
the
you
patch.
put on your patch that you
Yeah,
put on your
yeah, yeah.
backpack. That's the new marathon medal.
Oh yeah, dude. When
People have that shit on their backpacks.
Dude, when I went to the last two that I did, I would see people signing up and they'd have it on their back. They have like 10. It'd be like London, Miami, Amsterdam.
21, 20,
yeah,
22,
yeah, exactly.
23.
Just like collecting them like stamps. Yeah, I think that's part of it too, for sure. I know people who have it all over their bags.
It's always that fucking military style backpack.
It is.
too.
It is like a what are the rucksacks or whatever?
Yeah,
yeah,
rucksack.
rucksacks. Yeah. Yeah. I don't even know where my patches are. They're somewhere in my house.
Mine's in my closet. It's gonna stay there.
Yeah, never to come out again.
HYROX will peak and crash within 5 years.
I think that's actually kind of fair. I think, yeah, it's already been around for what, like 2-3 years in popular.
Crash though?
I don't think it's gonna crash. I think we're in the peak right now. I think right now we're in the peak. Like
we're in the freaking pandemonium.
yeah, I think like it's impossible to not know someone who's done, is doing, or wants to do a HYROX.
True.
I like.
Every single day I hear of someone
Every single
training
day.
for one.
Or
talking
it's so
about
funny,
one.
like when we're at the gym, I'm sure you see it all the time. Like if I see somebody new at the gym and I just watch them for a few minutes, I'm like, that person's training for HYROX.
You can tell
They're
by the
doing
movements.
ski ergs, they're on the wall balls, they're doing the amount of times I've like walked up to someone, I'm like,
HYROX.
HYROX, and they're like, how'd you know? And I'm like, buddy.
Am I stupid?
Yeah, you're doing the stations that you would at HYROX. Like obviously you're training for HYROX.
If you know the stations, you know they're prepping for it.
Yeah, I think we're in the peak right now. I think it's got a little longer than 5 years, probably. I think it's probably gonna be a little longer
Until the new thing comes.
until something comes along. Yeah, but it's gonna be hard to go above this. They really like
I think the next one's gonna be called Low Rocks.
low rock star,
HYROX.
HYROX, low rocks.
Low Cox.
I don't know if you can train for that event.
It's the best thing to happen to gym culture in a decade.
Nah, I disagree. With that. I disagree with that.
Wall balls should be illegal.
100% agree. 100% agree, dude.
We should sign up for one more one.
Yeah, we should do a doubles. We haven't done a doubles.
Bro, that shit's easy. It's like going to the fucking park.
That's what I'm saying. We should do it. Do you remember when we did the HYROX sim at F45 last year? The doubles, we did it in like 45 minutes. I mean, we were only running half a kilometer, but like I was like, oh my God, this is so easy.
Yeah.
It is significantly, not to knock on anyone who's doing doubles or singles. I recommend if you're doing it for the first time, find a partner and do it with a partner.
Get a feel for it.
Get a feel for it, learn the stations, and then you have someone to rely on. But yeah, I would do it again. I'd be down to do it doubles. I don't think I would. I've done 2 solos. I don't want to do it anymore. Then you could do 99 wall balls, and I'll do one.
I'll just do them all.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay, final question. If HYROX disappeared tomorrow, would fitness culture actually lose something real, or would something else just fill the gap?
I think something else will come up probably. Someone's gonna see the hole in the market
and plug it up.
and plug that hole right up. A little
That's
bit
what
of
holes are meant for.
Put a little bit of ShamWow on that bad boy.
ShamWow.
ShamWow.
It's not ShamWow, bro.
Billy Mays here.
ShamWow is the
the other
rag,
guy, yeah.
bro.
Billy Mays here.
had that tape that plugged it up.
That's what I'm thinking of. Yeah. Billy Mays here with another fantastic product. Boom.
I wish I was able to try that tape. It looked crazy every time. He'd put it on a freaking tub that had a bunch of holes in it.
I've seen
and
that
he would
video.
Just put it.
You just slap it on.
Like, what?
Yeah, he died from a cocaine overdose, by the way.
That's nuts. Good for him.
Good job, Billy Mays.
And on that note, we'll see you guys in the next one. That's our thoughts on HYROX.
Yeah, do it if you haven't, or don't. It's up to you. All right, peace.
That's so funny.
Do it or not.